I've been wanting to try my hand at some print and place models. I've got a big list of things I want to make. Anyways, I was getting something out of my toolbox and came across this guy that's been just chilling here for a while. My old butterfly knife. Now this thing is kind of impractical to me and probably frowned upon anywhere I would take it. It's more of a novelty item for me at this point, and pretty dangerous one at that. I've seen all sorts of butterfly knives. They come in a lot of styles, ranging from a hair comb to a razor sharp twin edge. So here's my attempt. It's pretty simple. 2 handles and a blade, right? I made this one up in SolidWorks so I can pivot the handles around to visualize all aspects of it. The blade on this one is double-edged, which I decided against in the future. I wasn't really thinking ahead on this one since I modeled it up as an assembly. Most of my previous models have been assemblies, but printed with individual pieces and assembled post-print. I'm just hoping that I can export this thing for printing as an assembly. If not, I guess I can save it as a single part file, then export it. And just like that, it made it into Cura. Let's get this thing positioned for printing. Not too bad at 41 grams in nearly 7 hours. I'm just hoping that the built-in clearances work out around the pivot joints. Off to the printer. You know what? I'm not too disappointed at how it looks, but I am a little bit worried about the clearances. Let's get it apart and test it out. I can hear the blade on the inside wiggling around, but it just doesn't seem to be freeing up. I guess it's back to the drawing board on this one unless I can get it freed up somehow. Well, after a little persuasion I got it broke free, but maybe in too many pieces. I'm not sure that this one is salvageable. Anyways, thanks for watching. I learned a lot from this and I hope you did too. Just kidding, I'm not giving up yet. It just needs a little bit of redesign. First things first, I changed the blade design to be a single sharp edge. Then I opened up the clearances a little bit where I saw they bonded together on the first one. On the blade's dull side, I added some ridges to show that this is the one to hold on to for myself, due to my method of opening and closing. I also added another notch on the top of both handles. These notches go around the extra pin that was added to the base of the blade for extra stability. As you can see here, when the handles are closed, they'll hold the blade more rigid. So let's get this thing closed up and ready to export for printing. I just need to add some coincident mates to the side I want to sit flat on the printing bed. The extra pin I noticed also gives more contact with the printing bed for better adhesion. I'm going to drop this thing into Cura and get it positioned again. I'm using a bed slinger, so I'm tilting it at a 45-degree angle or so, because it's so tall compared to the base and I don't want it slinging itself off. Everything looks good to me, so let's get it sliced. And this one is only a minute longer than the first one. I guess I didn't expect that. I'm gonna pull this print way early. All the parts at this point have been printed that'll tell me if it'll work or not. I'd rather waste 1 hour than 7. I can feel it wiggling, almost like it wants to break free. Got the first one free without it breaking. Let's see if the second one comes free. There it is. Ooh, that's nice. Just gotta work the crumbs out of the joints. All in all, I'd call it successful. Now it's time to print the whole thing out and see what other problems I'm gonna come across. This thing just feels cool in the hands. I was really nervous at first about breaking the pins off when I was trying to break the rest of it free. I quickly got over it though once I got the first one freed up. And there it is. This thing is so cool. There's still a few boogers in the joints, but it feels like they're working their way out the more I play with it. It just feels so usable. I'm just so amazed that it came from one print too. I can literally just send a functional knife to the printer now and pick it off when it's done. So I know you want to see it work, and so do I. Pretty friggin' cool, eh? So this is probably a good time to mention that all of the models I make, I've been posting videos of them onto YouTube. You should go check out the others. Not only do I post videos of them, I also put up the models for free on Thingiverse and Printables. This one will be there soon too. Go download it if you want. I've got a couple of other filament spools laying around. I think I'm going to print some more of these knives to add to the collection. This one is printed from Overture Silk Red PLA, and it looks pretty cool too. This filament I've noticed has been a little bit more difficult to print than regular PLA. I can tell it's a little bit crispier and maybe feels a little bit more delicate. Let's see if it works as well as the purple PLA one. Well, I have no complaints. It tested out pretty well. I'd call it a success. I had some wood brown PLA laying around from a Minecraft torch base I made. Might as well try to make a third butterfly knife out of it too. I don't know if I'm having nozzle issues or if it's the filament itself, but there are obviously a lot more boogers to clean up on this one. Here it is, ready to break apart. I've been way less nervous about breaking them since I've been playing with the last two for a few hours too. Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest print. A little bit of post-processing might be needed on this one. I can't say enough how cool it is to have a functional assembly just print out with a good print-in-place design. Yep, gotta throw this one around a bit too. And it works just like the first two. And one more, as if I haven't pushed my luck at all with the first three. This filament is also from the Minecraft torch. It's clear or translucent PLA from Sunlu. I bought this for the torch head so it would illuminate with light underneath it. If you haven't checked out the Minecraft torch video yet, you should. It's pretty neat. This one had a lot of the same boogers as the wood brown PLA. I'm beginning to think something is wrong with my nozzle. I've been doing some other prints in between these butterfly knives for a future video, and I'm thinking they may have screwed something up. Oh yeah, you should definitely subscribe so you don't miss it when it comes out. It's another print-in-place toy, so if you like this one, you'll love the next one. Listen to it, you can just hear the crispies in the joints. Well, the more I've worked the rest around, the more free they become, so let's see if that holds true for this one too. A little bit of superficial cleanup and playing around with it, and voila, it works just fine.